Well, good day, baseball fans. Welcome to Lismore, where it's a drizzly Friday morning. 9 a.m. starting time here, of course, 7 o'clock out west as the Eastern Phantoms face Brisbane North, two very similarly coloured sides. It is the Phantoms at the plate, the Brisbane North, the home side, in the field. Welcome to day 2 of the Australian Junior League Championships. This is a game from Pool A. Must win for Brisbane North. They dropped 2 games yesterday. They face the Eastern Phantoms and then Canberra tomorrow. Need to win both, and if they can, well, they got a decent chance still, but no room for error. The Phantoms won the opening game yesterday. They still got 3 to go, as that is the opening out of the day. That was Malcolm Riley firing out to centre field. Welcome everyone, my name's Phil Herden. We've got a huge day ahead. 7 games in the Junior League Championships. Another 6, by the way, in the Intermediate League Championships. Hunter Gordon at the plate. Right now facing Edward Bain from Brisbane North. Bain like pain is the pronunciation, trying to deliver some here. Nickname Eddie, okie dokie, Bain Ruth. Don't mind that one. Now, I'm going a little bit, don't have my full technological resources available at the sec. Welcome to live streaming. So we'll call it as best we can. But if you have just joined us, the Phantoms were at the top of the first. I don't have a score bug. I'm going to have to keep this manually. Hunter Gordon yesterday, Phantoms. He was 1 from 2, scored 2 runs, 3 RBIs, a walk and a strikeout. Phantoms' batting order is the same as it was yesterday when we saw them again at the crack of dawn, Perth time. Give up 5 runs at the top of the first, but come from behind to defeat Canberra. So it's Malcolm Riley. You saw Hunter Gordon. You're seeing Jake Hayden is up next. As Gordon is rung up, and first strikeout for Bain. Following that will be Lincoln Ellis, Josh Watts, Brodie Warner, Brodie Perkins, Sam Gardner, Jordan Abbott, Bailey Stingers, Troy Kingma and Ryder Kenny. Coming to the plate now, Jake Hayden, who was 0 for 2 but got on base with a walk. This is played to first base. And Aaron Bell, what I call, did his own laundry. 1 unassisted. 3 up, 3 down. Be back very shortly after this break.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
Welcome back, folks. Here we are in Lismore. Bottom of the first for Brisbane North. Mitchell Larkin to be followed by Azay Hamano, Patrick Fogg. I'll give you the rest of the lineup shortly. On the hill is Hunter Gordon for the Phantoms. So this is a Pool A game, a team comprising of these two teams, plus the Canberra Raiders, Canberra Rangers, Canberra Rangers, Melbourne Athletics and Cronulla Black. Three teams have a win, the Phantoms, Melbourne Athletics and Cronulla Black. All of those three teams play 2 games today. If they can win those 2, they'll have secured a spot in the finals. Canberra has its doubleheader tomorrow. They're 0-1. Brisbane North had theirs yesterday, losing both games. Talk about that in a moment, as it's a 1-2 count on the leadoff hitter, Mitch Larkin. 2 from 6, averaging 3.33. Takes to count the 2 and 2. Got the outside corner, and Gordon starts with the strikeout. So yes, yesterday, at one stage, Brisbane North trailed Melbourne Athletic 11-2. And it was all about when would this be mercied, but then Brisbane scored 7 unanswered runs, including, I think, 5 in the 6th, to make a game of it going into the 7th. But fell short 11-9. Then straight away after that, they faced Cronulla Black. Were shut out 10-0 in 5 innings, which is not a great result. But the upside of that is, okay, 5 innings, you probably have saved an arm in there somewhere. For 2 must-win games for the Vikings of Brisbane North. Our starting pitcher, Hunter Gordon, a.k.a. Gordo. And after a strikeout, gives up a walk. Comes now to Patrick Fogg. Fogg, 1 from 5 with a run and an RBI yesterday. Of course, Brisbane North, having played the 2 games, have got a few stats up now. So Hamano's on first. Catcher Riley Malcolm alert to the possibility of a steal of second. We saw a countless one of those over the 4 games on Baseball Plus yesterday. And right, if you're just getting up, why not read the newspaper? That's right, we've got a newspaper. Throw to second. And safe. Oh, the tag was there to be had. Now, one thing I don't have at the moment is a replay. If you're about to get one, look away if you're a Phantoms fan. But Hamano is in scoring position for Brisbane North, who have not led this tournament. But a new day brings new hope. Of course, for the Phantoms, they gave up 5 to Canberra. It's like, hello, what's happening here? But bit by bit, the Phantoms went on to win in the end comfortably in a very high-scoring affair. So for the Phantoms, it's a big day for them. That's another strikeout, so no contact in play yet. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Out comes Callum Wheeler, playing third base today. Maybe not. No, what have we done? Alrighty. We've got... This is Bain. Okay, what have we done here? Okay, my bad. I have... Okay. So Bain and Wheeler have swapped positions from yesterday. A very quick check. I've got my... Okay, the first 3 are the same. They've swapped the 4 and the 5 position, which is no problem. One of the good things about the teams batting around, at least someone who's inputting some stats into my laptop so I can share with you, is that the teams, because everyone is batting around, the order doesn't change much. But it's with Bain here, 2 out with a runner in scoring position. Always an important moment. And fouled. Big day ahead for the Phantoms. One of 3 teams, along with the Melbourne Athletics and Cronulla, to play a double-header today. If the Phantoms can win their 2 games, as we've got an 0-2 count, so I might just focus on this for a sec. Because a strike here. And we go 0-0 into the second, but that's a high, will be a 1 and 2. Three wins guarantees you a spot. 2 wins gives you a really good chance. Top 3 make the finals, which in this tournament start Sunday. 2 pools of 5, top 3 make it. So we've got a 2-2 count now. The second and third ranked team in each pool play each other in a sort of wild card quarter final. I'll leave that to Eric Bolnar to give it a title, but I like wild card, Eric. See if you can run with that. So what you really want to do is not just make the finals but finish in your group, because that gives you an automatic spot in a semi-final, and you play the winner of 2 and 3 in the other pool, and 2 and 3 would have just played. So this is turning into a heck of an at-bat. Still 2 and 2 as Bain's fouled a few away. Puts that high but foul. We'll get another baseball. Must check with Michael Ibbotson, who pretty much is the boss of all this in terms of the various tournaments. How many baseballs do you go through in this tournament? All right. Collected one on the helmet. Just looked it off pretty much, did Bain. They're tough helmets. So 2 on, 2 struck out. As yet, nothing in the field of play. And now it's Callum Wheeler. Bit of a quick discussion here from the Phantoms. So we've got Hamano at second. Hasn't really shown much inclination trying to steal third. Some players are like at third before there's barely a pitch. Once they get on. But Hamano's at second. And now has got Bain at first. Can Brisbane North get their first lead of these championships? Start a new day afresh. Or can the Phantoms keep it tight? Hunter Gordon from the Morley Eagles Baseball Club has been to Little League and Nationals with the Phantoms. Often the catcher. Today Riley Malcolm has that role. Stepdad Glenn, major influence. Favourite team, of course, the Phantoms' favourite team, the Perth Heat. The Mighty Heaters, and Alex Hall, favourite player, Helms Award winner. Team Australia representative. As that's a great pitch to elicit the strikeout. So, struck out the side. 3 outs, all by the letter K, along with a walk and a hit by pitch. Brisbane get on but cannot score. We are through one in Game 1 of Day 2 of the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships.
Here's to generations of fearless, unstoppable.
Hit hard on the ground. From his knees, she is safe.
I can, and I will.
Big game for Monet Davis.
And I am. Here's to the next generation. Find your league. Get in the game.
Welcome back. Drama at Lismore. There's a minibus parked in the school zone. Just had the PA announcement. Because it is a school day. As these 13 to 14-year-olds would know. They win at state, they get a week off of school. Brisbane North from up in the Redcliffe, Narungba, Pine Rivers, I think, Pine Hills area of Brisbane. Eastern Phantoms, mainly. Well, they're not all Morley Eagles. That would be a little unfair. UWA Magpies do get a mention, as do the Perth Baseball Club. They seem to be the three. Morley providing probably about half. So 3 up, 3 down for the Phantoms in the first. So it's 4, 5, 6, and Ellis strikes out. Strikeout number 2 from Bain. Ellis coming in. Well, he was coming in with the best average, 2 from 3. The game yesterday, that'll drop to 500. Josh Watts, 1 from 3. With an RBI yesterday now at the plate. If you've just joined us, well, the Phantoms being retired by Bain in order. Bottom of the first, Brisbane got 2 on, but could not score, so all donuts so far in this one. Played out into right. It's got it. We've got ourselves a first Phantoms base runners. Turns for second. And Josh Watts has a stand-up double. And for the first time today, the Phantoms have a player in scoring position. Brodie Warner. Every Phantom got on base yesterday. Warner courtesy of a walk. So there was 5 players who didn't get a hit that got on with a walk, including Jake Hayden, who you saw earlier, had 2. As did Bailey Stingers, who you'll see maybe this inning, maybe the third, maybe the fourth.
No, they've got the wrong picture. They're saying Eddie Bain's picture.
Now, have I stuffed up my picture?
Yeah, okay. Can I let him know? Excuse me?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just letting you know. It's Callum Wheeler picture.
Yeah, I've just realised that because
No worries.
they've changed the batting order and therefore
Yes.
I've put him down as pitcher.
So sorry.
All right. Didn't take long for the first up of the day. Mr. Bain, I apologise. You're not pitching in. This is Callum Wheeler. Maybe I should apologise to Callum.
Eddie's out.
And with that hit, we've got Phantoms at the corners. So just let me adjust something here. So here's a chance for the Phantoms. 1 out, but the last 2 have got a hit. So I'd better go back and reset. And again, apologies. Again, it was that 4 or 5 switch in the order that's done me in. So Callum Wheeler from the Redcliffe Padres. He's been working hard on his fastball and his curveball. He elicits a couple of swings there. So it's 2 on, 1 out. Josh Watts is at third base and Brodie Warner is at... Sorry. Josh Watts at third base, Brodie Warner at first base. A full count with 1 out. Brisbane had their chance but could not score. This is the Phantoms' first opportunity. And with that, we've got bases loaded. First walk given up by Wheeler. Sam Gardner 1 from 3 yesterday. By the way, Brodie Perkins hasn't got hit yet, but he's got on base a couple of times, courtesy of 2 walks. Played straight to second and bobbled up. This will score the first run. What's just crossed the plate? Now, where's Warner? Okay. Throw to first. Isn't out. And that'll do it, but not before Perth have played it a run. They'll be back with the second. Bottom of the second very shortly.
Past the catcher rather, bounce straight back to the catcher. That one, line shot, Hikaru Kaneko.
Punch through to left field, glove is up and it is through.
Hard shot from Ben Beasley and a diving Jackson Ham.
Punch through, double play opportunity here for the Sharks. Opting to tag is applied and the throw to first.
Enemies down on strikes, back-to-back strikeouts.
That's hit through. Oh, what a catch! Oh, that is punched down to left field. It is allowing. It is over.
Strike three, Brisbane North, your 2025 Australian Little League champions.
All right, welcome back. First pitch. Ground out to second base. That was a quick appearance from Xander Reid, who's batting 6, to be followed by Aaron Bell and Lachlan Gale. He also swings at the first pitch and goes foul. So Aaron Bell batting 7. Lachlan Gale is on deck. Bell 1 from 4. Takes it right down the middle, and no, he thought it was a ball. Like, yeah. Now I'm not seeing what you're seeing. I don't have a monitor at the second, folks. So I'm seeing it live, calling it live. Another ball recorded. Full count here. No one on, one out. That's a walk to first, so it's a 1-0 lead to the Phantoms. So 1 on, 1 out. New pitcher coming on for the Phantoms. Brody Warner. Here's your new pitcher. AKA Knuckles. From the UWA Magpies. No stranger to these tournaments. This is his 4th. Made the Little League Nationals 2023-2024, Intermediate League Nationals 2025. Favourite team, no surprise there in Australia, the Perth Heat and Travis Bazzana. In the States, Major League Baseball favourite team, San Diego Padres and Shohei Ohtani. Favourite player. Lachlan Gale is at the plate at the moment. I love perusing these things for nicknames, and we may have a winner. As the loose throw, Bell's off to second. And so, second time in 2 innings, Brisbane North are in scoring position. Couldn't bring anybody home last time. This time it's 1 out. Back on the nicknames. Now, we do send out profile sheets to all the teams and to all the players. We get most send us something in, which is great. And then it's the trick is to actually access them and to read them in at the right moment in the coverage. Lachlan Gale's nickname, Mick Saucy. Come back to that. Through all of that, Aaron Bell has got to third. Tying run, a base away. Now, why is Lachlan Gale Mick Saucy? He always spills tomato sauce on myself. Okay, a 2-2 count. 1 out. A runner at third. 1 run, ball game. That one was caught and a strikeout, which is the first. For Warner. Now Luke Baisley playing in centre field. From the Padres of Redcliffe. A 14-year-old. This is his 5th Nationals. He went to 3 Little League Nationals, 22, 23, 24. Intermediate League Nationals last year in 2025, and of course here in Lismore. A 1-2 count. Big pitch this one with 2 out and a runner on third. It's put into play. It's safe. It's going to drop, and the Vikings have scored. Third hit of the tournament for Luke Baisley. He's averaging 600 at the moment. What he'll be most happy about is he's got an RBI single that has tied this ball game. Braxton Black now. Batting in the 10 position. Of course, you might say, hang on, isn't it a 9? Well, no. In charter baseball, well, I've seen the Marlins have 13, Wanneroo have 11. Most teams have 12. And whatever your lineup is, they bat around. Can remember charter baseball when I did my first Nationals, which was a while ago now. In about 8 or 9 years ago, we had endless batting substitutions. And geez, it was confusing. So one of the rules of charter baseball, Little League, Intermediate League, Junior League and Senior League is that every player on the list has to bat, has to have an at-bat, and has to get on the field for an inning. So now for the managers, they don't have to worry about working out the batting order anymore. They just have to make sure everybody gets on the field. So their job just that little bit easier. 2-2 count, 2 out. I think I just saw, Baisley got to second on the last pitch. He's at third now. So I've mentioned before, Brisbane North have yet to lead in this tournament. They're a base away from that here. Just a little sprinkling of rain. 2-2 count. The Phantoms a strike away from keeping it tied. Going into the third. A swing and a wide one. So in the end, Brodie Warner elicits the strike, his second strike out. And we are tied at 1 after 2, the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
To the third we go, the first game of 4 coming your way on Baseball Plus from Lismore. Well, first of 7 actually. 4 from the Junior League Championships, 3 with CJ Barnes from the Intermediate League Championships. So this is Bailey Stingers batting 10. And he's rung up. 0-2 count. 1 out, no one on. Kingma at the moment averaging 1,000, 1 from 1. Scored 3 runs for the Phantoms. 2 walks and a hit yesterday against Canberra. Avoids the inside pitch. So he is the only Phantom batting 1,000 at the moment, but under a little bit of threat with a 1-2 strike. And yeah, there goes the average. Sorry, Troy. 2 strikeouts in a row. Know what that means? If you've been watching yesterday, we have a thing called a kinning, where you go strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. It's just that simple. Any other combination doesn't work. It's a K inning. It's striking out the side in a perfect fashion. It's the best way I can describe it. Ryder Kenny with 2 out, no one on. We're at the top of the 3rd. And for Callum Wheeler, he's a strike away from a kinning. That one just misses on the inside. It's 1 and 2 on Kenny. Swing and a miss. That inning brought to you by the letter K. Callum Wheeler with a kinning to retire the Phantoms in order. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Brisbane North will be hitting to try and take the lead.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best. Good job. Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Joshua Campbell Mayfield puts it up high. And I think that's Perkins out in... I won't guess. In left field. It was Tony Kingma, unless he's been subbed out. Just had to wait under it. Hit him right at him. Big hit. 1 away. So now batting 12 is Logan Robertson. 1 from 4 yesterday. Had an RBI in there. So Phantoms have gone through their 12. It'll be top of the order at the top of the 4th when they come up to hit then. Brisbane North have got 4 base runners on, one of which Aaron Bell scored courtesy of a single from Luke Baisley. And Robertson strikes out. Strikeout number 3 for Warner. So do have a final pitching line on Hunter Gordon. We'll give you that in just a tick as we go back to the top of the Vikings order. Mitchell Larkin fouls the first one back. So Hunter Gordon, 1 1/3 innings, no hits, 1 run. It was earned off 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Through 38 pitches, 20 of which were strikes, and faced 7 batters. Strike called there. Callum Wheeler, by the way, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run earned, 1 walk and 5 strikeouts, including, of course, the 3 there in succession in the third. Has thrown 40 pitches, faced 12 batters. Just the occasional smattering of rain here at Lismore. As Larkin puts that up, and in the end, well done by Warner. 3 up, 3 down. Warner has retired the last 4. We are through 3, and it's 1 run apiece. The opening game of day 2 of the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships.
Here's to generations of fearless, unstoppable.
Hit hard on the ground. From his knees, she is safe.
I can, and I will.
Good game for Monet Davis.
And I am. Here's to the next generation. Find your league. Get in the game.
Welcome back. One other game happening as we speak in the Junior League Championships here in Lismore. Melbourne Athletics 5 leading the Canberra Rangers 2. Athletics are 1-0, the Rangers 0-1. You'll see we came into today in Pool A with 3 teams unbeaten at 1-0, 2 teams winless. The 3 teams that are unbeaten all have double headers today, so chance one of them, if not 2 of them, could secure a berth. 3 wins will make it happen. 2 gives you a really good chance. As it is dark and overcast here. Top of the Phantoms order, Malcolm Riley, Hunter Gordon, Jake Hayden are your 3. And at the moment, Wheeler into his 4th inning of work. Thrown about 43 pitches. Just a bit on the high side. Riley Malcolm earlier flew out to centre field. This time he's walked. Second walk given up by Wheeler. Pick-off throw at first has turned it into a problem for the Vikings. Riley Malcolm has some wheels. He turned that missed throw into 2 bases. And now the potential leading run is at third in Riley Malcolm. Always the risk with the pick-off attempt. If you throw at speed and it misses the target, you're giving your opponents bases. In this case, 2. Hunter Gordon just spectated all that. Takes a strike. Field is in for Brisbane North, all touching the grass. Fouled off the pole. So when your lead off gets to third with none out, good chance of a score, but Hunter Gordon is down 0-2. Wheeler gets the strikeout. Number 6 for him. 4 of the last 5 at the plate have been struck out. The other, Riley Malcolm, is at third. Jake Hayden, ground out 1 unassisted to end the first when the Phantoms went down in order. 1 out, sacrifice in play here. Makes contact. Forget the sacrifice, that's a hit. More than a hit, it's an RBI single, and the Eastern Phantoms retake the lead. For Riley Malcolm, his 3rd run of the tournament. And for Jake Hayden, his first hit in a big moment this week. And with that, his first RBI. Lincoln Ellis takes a swing that he might regret at, but so 3rd hit given up by Wheeler. I'm going to be fascinated how long he goes because his pitch count's got to be over 50 now. Around about 53, I would suggest, maybe 54. Still just working out the lag that we have here with the live stats. Played out towards centre field, and that's snagged. Wow. Jake Hayden was halfway to second base. Umpires are still discussing it. Why are they calling here? Was it dropped? All right, we've got a coach on the field. I haven't heard time called. We got 2 runners of the Phantoms at first. So Jake Hayden took off. We've got a centre fielder in Luke Baisley, who's having a big morning. Did he take the catch or not? Now, this is where I'm a little bit stuffed because I do not have a replay. And Lincoln Ellis is gone, so I'm going to assume that that's a catch. Fly out to centre field. It looked like he snagged it. Certainly that's what Jake Hayden thought because he had to turn around halfway down the line to second base and get back. And there he met Lincoln Ellis, who thought maybe he'd got a hit. And you can't have 2 hitters on 1 base. Watts pops up. That's grabbed. That'll be the inning. Pop up to second base. Bit of drama. Mitch Larkin, by the way, the catcher at second. Alrighty. After all of that, 1 run did score halfway through This official contest, the scheduled 7 innings, we're at 3.5 through, and it's the Phantoms leading 2 runs to 1. Brisbane North, how can they respond? Find out in a sec.
Past the catcher, rather. Bounce straight back to the catcher. That one, line shot. Hikaru Kaneko.
Punch through to left field. Glove is up and it is through.
Hard shot from Ben Beasley and a diving Jackson Ham.
Punch through. Double play opportunity here for the Sharks. Opting to tag is applied. And the throw to first.
Miss down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts.
That's hit through. Oh, what a catch. Oh, that is punched down to left field. It is allowing. It is over.
Strike 3, Brisbane North, your 2025 Australian Little League champions.
Well, an even contest to start day 2 proceedings in the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships. The Phantoms are run in the second, which Brisbane North responded to, and now the Phantoms are run in the 4th. So the Brisbane North responded to Hamano. Oh, we've got a bit of a slide. He'll stand up at second. Oh, he's got a little shimmy. Ah. I couldn't do that. I'd lose a kneecap. So lead off double. I'm not going to make a judgment on ordinary, extraordinary efforts until told otherwise. I'm just going to give that a double. I'll check in due course how the scorers see that, as Patrick Fogg, who struck out in the first, has to duck out of the way. Just a little bit of rain as the ball gets through, and just like that, Hamano representing the tying run. He's been at third before. Wasn't able to get home. The difference here is there's none out. Can the Vikings execute and tie this game back up and even take the lead? 2-0 count. Hit hard and fair, and that's an RBI single to Patrick Fogg that ties up this ball game. Hamano scores, so 2 up in this 4th. They both get a hit. All right. Now here's the man who's, between him and Callum Wheeler, are going to give me nightmares all week. Edward Bain again. Apologies that got them out of sync with the pitching duties. I got Bain. Got hit by pitch in the first. 1 from 5 for the tournament, and that's a hat-trick of hits. So we had a double. Actually, I think we've covered the diamond. I think we've gone to centre, we've gone to right, we've gone to left. So one of the issues that the Phantoms have is they've got 2 games today. So this is where they've got to ensure they've got enough pitching to get them through those 2 games. They're going to be back at 1:30. That'll be a game you can follow on Game Changer. That's going to be a big one. Cronulla Black, if I was looking at it, would probably say would be favourites. But of course, that's just on paper. Possible, yeah, we've got a rundown happening. Oh! Okay. That's the base has been given. Is the base been given? No. Umpire's having a chat. Okay. Looks like the base has been given. Path was clearly blocked. Yeah, okay. Which has caused a little bit of discussion now from the Phantoms. Again, hopefully you're enjoying a replay. And are probably making more sense out of this than I am. Safe is the call. Okay. Yes, at this level, a rundown is not necessarily a guaranteed out. So, Vikings fans are probably getting sick of me saying this, but they haven't had the lead. I'll tell you what, I reckon they have now. After that call, Fogg has scored. That's 4 singles in a row. And normally, you see a situation like this, you'd see a pitching change. It's not coming yet. All of this with none out. Ah. The scorer said Patrick Fogg advances to third on an error by the third baseman. Okay. So just checking, but yep, we have Brisbane North 3, Eastern Phantoms 2. The Vikings have their lead. Xander Reid, ground out at the second base in the second. 4 straight Phantoms have got on base. We talked about Patrick Fogg. Well, Edward Bain is at third base now. And Callum Wheeler, who got that last hit. He's at first. Right now, Brody Warner is struggling a bit. Needs a strike. Played to short. Needs a good pickup and a throw. And when it's not your day, you're not your day. Brisbane North have scored again. And there is an out at third on this occasion. Wheeler couldn't quite get her away. So I suspect that's going to be, given that came out of the glove of first base, that might go down as an E3. Xander Reid, is on. He is. And now we're going to see a pitching change. So none out. Edward Bain, by the way, I did mention scored. So first 5 have got on for Brisbane North this inning, and the first 3 have scored. Chance while we got a slight break in the action to just have a look around what's happening on the other diamond. Canberra Rangers playing the Melbourne Athletics. Rangers looking for their first win. Athletics their second. Bottom of the fourth. Similar status to us. And it's the Melbourne Athletics leading Canberra 6 runs to 3. And Australia's own PTP is proudly supporting baseball events across the country, bringing nearly a decade of dedication to the sport and its athletes. Visit PTPfit.com today and get the tools you need to power your game with PTP. New pitcher in Bell the Bun. Oh, what have we got here? All right, umpires conference here. In American football, probably almost like a quick whistle play. Just to finish my PTP read, PTP offers a wide range of strength and conditioning equipment designed to make athletes stronger, more powerful and ready to perform. Whether you're training at home, in the park or the gym, PTP has you covered. So if you just joined us recently, it has been an even contest. This threatens to be the inning that might break it open. Highest scoring thus far. Brisbane North have scored 3, lead by 2. They might lead by 3, sorry. No, they've scored 3. They trailed by 1, that's right. 4-2 is your score. Played to short. 1 out to get, 1 out got. Xander Reid got a pretty good jump. There wasn't an out to be had there, and Phantoms will just breathe a little sigh of relief that they've got their first out. Lachlan Gow now. Vacant first, vacant third. Xander Reid at second. Two, 1 count on Lachlan Gale. He elicits the walk. And now it's 2 with 1 out, 2 on for the Vikings. Brisbane North already creating history this month with their senior league team going 4 for 4. That group of players winning the Little, Intermediate, Junior and Senior League titles. As a franchise, they will go to all 4 World Series. As a charter, sorry. Many of those players have played in 3 of those championships. There's one who's played in 4, whose name escapes me for the sec. And just looking to see if that's a Little League World Series record to actually have been to all 4 as a player. And again, the short, this time just got away. Everyone advances a base. Malcolm Riley playing shortstop at the moment. Had a good pickup to get the first out. He might be wearing the error on that one. So what do we had in this? We've had 4 hits, 2 errors, and a walk. Put into play. And through. There's 1 Vikings run. They're going to score twice. Braxton Black. Well, we'll wait and see what the scorers say. Can I just give him a 2 RBI single? That always looks better on everyone's stats. Unfortunately, except, of course, the pitcher. Regardless of that, Wheeler and Reed. So what was 4-2 should now be 6. Joshua Campbell Manfield at the plate. It is 6-2. Five runs in this inning. That one a grounder. Got there in the end. That will end it. So Brisbane North for the first time have a lead, and after a stellar 5-run innings, it's a large one. Now can they hold and try and get their first victory of the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships? Welcome back, Phantoms, with some work to do as we hit the 5th scheduled 7 innings contest. Brisbane North had 10 players make a plate appearance. Only Mitch Larkin and Logan Robertson failed to take part in that bottom of the 4th. Here it's going to be Brodie Warner Brodie Perkins and Sam Gardner. The 3 coming up for the Phantoms. How's this from Callum Wheeler? He's thrown 55 pitches, 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. Gives up a single there. That'll be his 4th hit. Lead off on for the Phantoms. Brodie Warner, that is his first hit of the tournament. So congrats to him. So just a couple of Phantoms now looking for their first hit. All of them have got on base courtesy of walks though. Speaking of walks, this is Perkins at the plate. The throw looks good and the throw is exceptional. I hope you're getting this replay because check out the throw. It was right where it had to be. Fantastic effort from the catcher and Patrick Fogg for the Vikings. Serious momentum with Brisbane North at the moment. 1 out. We've gone from none out, 1 on to 1 out, no 1 on. The Phantoms trailing by 4. One and 2 count. Wheeler has 6 strikeouts. Make that a sweet 7. And the Phantoms are 2 outs in the 5th. Sam Gardner. This would be huge for Brisbane North if they can put a 5 on the board and then hold scoreless. Of course, Sam Gardner might have something to say about that. Had his first RBI in the 2nd. That was his 2nd hit. So I've got him hitting 2 from 4, averaging 500 thus far in this tourney. Okay, 0 and 2. Callum Wheeler already has a kinning. 7 strikeouts. Foul just before maybe an 8th. Wheeler is shook off a couple. Now he's happy. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. So for the 2nd time this inning, the Phantoms get someone on. Meanwhile, top of the 5th. In the other game, and it is the Melbourne Athletics leading Canberra 8-4. At the plate right now, Jordan Abbott, who ground out. I said has got on base courtesy of a walk and has a run. Looking for first hit. And that's the strikeout. No need to throw to second if you've got the 3rd out. And for Callum Wheeler, what an effort. 5 innings pitched. 1 earned run, 4 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. A mighty effort indeed. Back after the break.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best. Good job. Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Here we go, Green. 1, 2, 3, Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
So it's a great time to join the Australian baseball community with participation rates up 11% over the last 2 years, 22% year on year in October, and retention rates well above industry standards. Our community becomes more vibrant by the day. Whether you're 7 or 77, a seasoned professional, have no idea how to hold a bat or ball, the baseball community welcomes you. To do that, look up the Club Finder link on baseball.com.au. And whilst you're there, check out all the news, stay up to date with all the action from the Charter Championships, including Eric's put together a newspaper. These kids may not have ever read a newspaper, but there's one at baseball.com.au highlighting all the day one highlights, and there'll be plenty there from these two tournaments. The 2026 Junior League Championships you're watching here, and just behind me the 2026 Intermediate League Championships. So usually there's 4 games happening simultaneously. To keep track of the Intermediate League, we've got CJ Barnes, who's broadcaster with the Brisbane Bandits. He's covering that. My name's Phil Herndon from the Adelaide Giants, covering the juniors. So Brisbane North have a 4-run advantage that they've held on to, and they're about to hit the top of their lineup, looking to put it maybe beyond all reasonable doubt. Logan Robinson is up, was struck out. He's got a 2-2 count to deal with. Mitch Larkin, Isai Hamano next up. Two count. Robertson puts it up. Where's it coming down? At second base. Where it's pretty easy work for Jack Hayden. One down, top of the order. Mitch Larkin struck out. Pop back up to the pitcher in the third. And he's got his first hit of the day. His third hit of the tournament. So the Vikings have got someone on in every inning. I've got 7 of their 12 have got a hit just at it's kind of a random count. Isai Hamano, who's been on twice, a walk. Got the third, couldn't score in the first. He hit a double. Well, I gave him a double in the fourth, and he did score. They tied this ball game up. Then 4 Vikings followed him. So at the moment, Vikings have 8 hits for 6 runs. The Phantoms have 4 hits for 2 runs. Phantoms have made 4 errors. Vikings just 1 official. Of course, not all mistakes errors. But it gives you a guide how this game's travelling. Bit of a breeze picked up here as Larkin dashes to second. Uncontested. One and one count. So Brisbane North after this are done for the day. They'll be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll have it here on Baseball Plus. They'll play the Canberra Rangers. So it's a 3-1 count. Win that at 2. Only way they can not make the finals is to lose out on a tiebreaker, which might well be happening. We'll talk tiebreaker scenarios tomorrow. Hamano in a home plate umpire. Slightly different views on the pitch. It's a full count. Full count with one out. Runner at second. Fouled back. Fouled back again. So pitcher at the moment, Bailey Stingers, nickname of Stingers. From the Morley Eagles. Third National Championships, as that's high on a walk. In the meantime, Larkin has dived head first into the third base. He's picked up half of the Lismore infield dirt in the process, but that is an advancement. So Vikings at the corners with one out. Opportunity for Patrick Fogg, who has been involved in some big plays so far today. Got the tying run with a single, which was his second hit of the tournament. Also struck out in the first. Showed bunt, and just like that, Hamano stands at second. So two Vikings in scoring position with one out. Chance for Brisbane North to put a big buffer between them and the Western Australians. Stingers, Bailey Stingers saying his biggest influence, Adam Ellis, coached me from Little League. Appreciate all the time and dedication, and that's an important point to note, as well as, of course, we always focus on the players. They're the ones playing the game. To get to charter level and do it successfully, coaches play a huge part, as do the parents, as do the volunteers. Not too far away from me are the two scorers, who probably have the most difficult job. Interesting challenge, actually. Here's the most difficult job at these events. Scorers are the ones that need to be constantly at attention, but I guess they do have each other for support and to agree on things. 2-2 count. Up the middle. Hamano's being waved home. Here comes the throw. And in the end, Hamano will step on third, and I'll tell you to throw at third. Patrick Fogg's at third. We got the knee shimmy happening. As mentioned, my kneecaps just shudder just looking at that. So 2 RBI. What bases he gets, I think that'll probably be a double on the hit. No, maybe a single. The rest on the throw. But yeah, 2 more for Brisbane. The Vikings are 8. Phantoms back on 2. 6-run lead. They're not done yet. Just the 1 out because Hamano. Fogg. Hamano scored. Larkin scored. Patrick Fogg has got around to 3rd. Edward Bain launches long. That's really long. That is over. Hooroo. Good night. Edward Bain has launched that out of Lismore. And with that, the Vikings have hit double figures. So having plated 5 in the 4th, the Vikings have hit 4 in the 5th. They have an 8-run lead. Coming up, our next game for broadcast will be the Melbourne Athletics once they have done with Canberra. And they'll be playing Cronulla Black. So at the moment, 2 unbeaten sides. And if the Athletics beat Canberra, they'll be playing for a finals berth, because they'd have 2 wins. So really a case now of what Brisbane North can do and whether they can end it in 5. What a difference a day makes. Like yesterday, after trailing Melbourne Athletics by as much as 9, launching a late comeback and falling short by 2, they were shut out, mercied, as Wheeler will get to first base. The scorers work out whether that was a error on the right fielder or a extraordinary effort required. So still the 1 out. That was Robinson who popped up. Since then, the last 5 have got on and 4 of those have scored. This represents in Xander Reid the potential game-ending run if he can get on and score, along with Callum Wheeler. 10 runs from 11 hits. They've come in bunches, combined with 5 phantom errors. So both these teams, assuming we don't have the comeback of the ages here. Reid puts up, and that will land. Everyone will just advance a base. I think Wheeler, having been thrown out at 3rd last time up, has said, no, I'm just going to go to 2nd this time. And yeah, that's a 6 on in a row. So right now with 1 out, We wait and see. Looks like we're not going to have a pitching change, just a chat. One of the things the Phantoms need to do if they can is save an arm. Of course, pitching count means that the arm that you're got out there might need a longer rest. Stingers was up to about 42 pitches. So the starting pitchers, Callum Wheeler, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. And he might be the sole pitcher if Brisbane can score 2 more runs. For the Phantoms, they have 3 pitchers. Hunter Gordon started 1 and 1/3. No hits, 1 run, earned 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. He threw 36 pitches, faced 7. Brodie Warner, 2 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs. 2 of those earned, 3 strikeouts. Stingers at the moment is in action. He's got an 0-2 count here on Aaron Bell, looking to get a second out. And it's fair. It stayed fair. Oh, when you're hot, you're hot. Brisbane North cannot do a thing wrong right now. That's going to be an infield single on a bunt that went about 4 metres down the first baseline. Normally when you bunt, the ball has a bit of a spin on it, so eventually it goes out. And that one just refused to. The fielders looked at them, then looked at the ball, looked at each other, looked at the umpire and said, hey, it's fair. And then it was too late. Aaron Bell's at first base. Okay. Loaded Vikings. The game-winning run, it sits at second. And this may be your ball game. Wheeler scores for the win. I reckon Reid has scored now. Have I got my sums right? Umpire signals time, coming to check with the scorers. Phantoms are coming off. That is your ball game. What a difference a day makes. Mercied yesterday, mercying today. Phantoms winner at the crack of dawn yesterday, going down in the first game. But the day's not over for the Phantoms. 1:30, they play Cronulla Black. Speaking of Cronulla Black, we will see them real shortly against the Athletics. So my name's Phil, heard on behalf of Jay on camera. Mitchell, hoping giving you some great replays. Keeping everything rolling along. Space Quake Sports boss Dave Muggleton saying thanks for watching. More of the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships coming up real soon.